Hi, this is Attorney Jeremy Hogan, and welcome to Legal Briefs. If you are Hispanic, African American, or a woman, your injury or accident case often settles for less money. I'm going to tell you why. In America, the problems with our criminal justice system are relatively well documented. For example, a recent study found that African Americans are incarcerated at 5 times the rate that white Americans are incarcerated. Not only are African Americans incarcerated at a higher rate, but they also receive longer sentences. There are numerous studies on this problem because incarceration and conviction rates are public information. But what about the disparity in outcome in civil or personal injury lawsuits? If you search or look for papers or research on the disparities in outcome for racial groups in the civil realm, you find nothing. And that is because nothing is guarded tighter by insurance companies than how they settle cases and for how much. It's the Fort Knox of the insurance world, and you will never get that information from them. Most of my law firm's clients are minorities, Hispanic, African American, a lot of Haitian Americans, and I can tell you anecdotally that their cases absolutely have a lower top settlement offer from the insurance company than other cases. Now, I can tell you that anecdotally and from handling thousands of claims, but I cannot prove it statistically because I cannot get that information from the insurance companies. So why do I think this is? I think this is because insurance companies are run by people, and adjusters are people who bring with them to their job all of their prejudices and all their past experience in their lives. So I know statistically that there are a certain number of insurance adjusters out there who believe that Ms. Lopez or Mr. St. Pierre are hungry, don't make as much money as Mr. Smith, and therefore will accept a lower settlement offer. However, every once in a while something comes to light, something verifiable that we can look at and talk about. Back in 2010, a family moved into an apartment. The apartment was painted with lead paint, which is illegal. When the boy was 4 years old, he was diagnosed with significant brain damage, and the family sued the apartment complex. The boy's damages were his loss of future earning capacity. A loss of future earning capacity is the difference between what the boy would have made without brain damage versus what he's now going to make because he suffered brain damage. The boy's attorney hired a forensic accountant who at trial testified that the boy's loss of future earning capacity was $3.4 million. He based that upon the fact that the parents both had master's degrees, and therefore the boy was likely to get a master's degree and make a lot of money during his lifetime. The apartment complex's attorney, on the other hand, hired a forensic accountant who determined that the boy's loss of future earnings capacity was only $1.5 million. So why the difference? The accountant testified in open court, mind you, that he based his calculations on the fact that Hispanics are only 7.37% likely to get master's degrees, and therefore statistically, since the boy was Hispanic, his earnings capacity was only $1.5 million versus $3.4 million. The defendant's position in open court was that the boy would make less money because of his race. And there you have it. It was stated in open court, and that's a rarity to find. Now, this evaluation can also be applied by insurance companies not only to Hispanic versus white earning capacity, but also to other races and also to male versus female earning capacity as well. Statistically, a black female with a bachelor's degree is expected to earn about $1.2 million during her lifetime, versus $2.4 million for a white male. And this discrimination is prevalent now in 2019, not 1919, 2019. The problem with these type of statistical analyses is that they build on past discrimination and push it into the future. So in a sense, they create a feedback loop where past discrimination is built in how they're going to discriminate into the future. It's ridiculous. So the boy's case, in a very real sense, is just a peek behind the curtain at how insurance companies can, and in actuality do, discriminate against you because of your race and or your sex. It's something that my law firm fights against every single day, and something that I really believe needs to be exposed, not only in the criminal context, but in the civil context as well. Thank you for watching.